Learning is a life passion. I began asking existential questions before I graduated high school, and when I was 21, I had my first major bout with depression. I was unhealthily obsessed with finding out why the world is the way it is, and I figured it out eventually. The answer is magnificence, the taste of enormity, the power of being a part of the grand schematic. Now, Google has always inspired me to dream bigger and dig a little more. I remember my first computer, my first change of browser, my first change of operating system, but nothing struck me as quickly or as deeply as the first time I used a search engine to get 6.2 million results. Now, up until that point, the enormity of the library's reference section had staggered me. And I was literally the kid who read the dictionary. 6.2 million results, and I must have opened half of them, at least. A few of those I learned by heart, but one that stuck with me was the definition of a hacker. The history of the word started with someone who split apart wood to make furniture. It was someone who used tools to take things apart and figure out how to build something better. Now that's what I wanted to do. I would reconfigure my home computer, the library computers, the museum computer where my mom worked, the college computers. I was single-handedly responsible for some of the implementations of user policies that banned people from fiddling with the settings. Now, from public school to homeschool to college to professional military college education courses, I took things apart to learn how they worked and then put them together again to see if I could improve things. It was while I was in the military that this drive for learning and for knowledge took an existential turn. When my depression hit, I had to take apart my own life to figure out what its purpose was. Eventually, I made an enormous list of the things that I wanted to live for, and I reread that every day. Now, when I was in Full Sail, I used that passion for learning to excel in programming and whiteboard coding and the software development courses. I actively engaged in group projects, and I even successfully managed my depression. I helped Full Sail also to build a better mobile app. Now, that enthusiasm is something that I will always strive to bring into my life, whether I'm playing games, working, or working on games. The passion is something that I want the people who I work with, who work for me, and who I work for to enthusiastically help me with. You know, the dream of building, of developing, and eventually improving software and coding processes is something I want to drive into the future. Because there's always something to learn, and learning is a life passion. Thank you.